Welcome to the Bedtime Scientist. Tonight, we aren't going out to space or into a forest. Tonight, we're heading to the ocean. There's a place down there where the light runs out. It doesn't happen all at once, but near the top, the water is bright enough to read in. A little further down, it turns blue. Further than that, the blue gets darker until it really isn't a color anymore. And under all of it is the ocean floor, rock and sand and small hollow places, most of which nobody has ever seen. Somewhere down there tonight, tucked into a den scooped from the sand, an animal is folded up for the night. That's happening right now. It has 8 arms, 3 hearts, and not one bone anywhere in its body. It's an octopus. And almost nothing about an octopus works the way you'd expect. We'll start with the arms. That's where most of an octopus lives. Along the underside of every arm runs a row of round suckers. You'd guess they're for holding on, and they are. But they also do something else. Those suckers can taste. An octopus arm laid against a rock isn't only feeling that rock, it's tasting it right through the skin. A cold stone tastes like one thing, a crab tucked into a crack tastes like another. An octopus can reach into a dark hole that it's never seen the inside of and know exactly what's in there before ever even looking. It's a little like reaching into a bag and knowing not only the shape of the thing you touched, but the flavor of it. Now the rest of the animal. There's no skeleton in an octopus, nothing rigid holding the shape, nothing hard anywhere except one small beak. It's tucked underneath at the place where all 8 arms meet. That beak is the only part that can't squeeze. Everything else can. So an octopus can pour through an opening no bigger than that beak, a gap in the rock the width of a coin, and the whole animal flows through. Inside, 3 hearts are beating. 2 of them push blood through the gills, where an octopus takes in breath from the water. The third sends that blood out to the rest of the body. That third heart has a habit. When an octopus swims, it stops beating. It waits until the swimming is over, which makes swimming hard work down there. So most of the time, an octopus doesn't swim at all. It walks along the ocean floor on the tips of its 8 arms. And that blood it's pumping isn't red. Ours is red because it carries oxygen on iron. An octopus carries oxygen on copper. And copper in the blood runs blue. So there's an animal down there where the light runs out with blue blood moving inside it, 3 hearts pushing it along, in water that's blue on every side. Now, let's talk about the way an octopus thinks, because the octopus is one of the smartest animals on the planet. You have one brain. It sits in your head and it sends instructions out to the rest of your body. When you decide to move your hand, the deciding happens up there in your brain, and your hand does what it's told. An octopus isn't built that way. Most of those nerve cells aren't in the head at all. They're spread out through the arms. Each arm carries its own gathering of them, its own way of working things out. So when an octopus goes exploring, there aren't 8 sets of orders coming down from the top. One arm can be lifting a rock, while another investigates a crack, and another holds on to keep the body steady. And each one is handling its own problem at the same time without waiting to be told. 8 arms, 8 small ways of knowing. One calm animal. There's one kind of octopus that does something remarkable with all of that. It finds a coconut shell lying in the sand, broken into halves, and it carries them, both halves, tucked up underneath, walking along the bottom on the tips of its arms. When the octopus is ready, it fits the two halves together, climbs inside, and pulls them shut around it. It carried the house with it the whole way. Then it waits, inside its coconut shell home, until the moment's right and it's safe to come out. And there's one more thing. An octopus can change color. Not slowly. In under a second, the color can go from pale sand to deep red to a dark gray that matches the rock exactly. And the color is only half of it. The skin changes its texture too. Smooth one moment, then bumpy, then ridged like coral, then rough like the rock it's lying against. That's how an octopus disappears. A hunting fish will swim directly over and see nothing but stone. Even more peculiar, as far as we can tell, an octopus can't see color. The octopus eye has only one kind of color detecting cell. Yours has 3, and that's how you get blue and green and red out of light. With one, an octopus is very likely seeing the world in light and dark alone. And an octopus matches the rock anyway. It gets the color right. An octopus can also see something that you can't. Light travels in a direction, and an octopus can tell which direction it's traveling. That might be part of the answer, but it might not be. No one has worked out how. It's one of the open questions, sitting there at the bottom of the ocean, waiting for someone to answer it. Which brings us to how the octopus sleeps. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. An octopus does sleep. It settles into the den, draws in its arms close, and goes still. And while an octopus sleeps, the colors keep moving. We've filmed this. For most of the night, the skin stays pale and even. Then, every so often, for less than a minute, everything changes at once. The skin flushes dark. Patterns run across it. The arms twitch. The eyes move beneath the surface. And then it passes, and the pale comes back, and the night carries on. Your body does something close to that when you dream. Researchers have measured the brain during those moments too. And in those moments, it looks the way a brain does when it's awake. The people who study this are careful about what they say next, and so am I. Nobody can ask an octopus. No one knows exactly what it's like in there. But they have started to wonder whether those colors running across sleeping skin might be the colors of the day just finished, moving through the way a dream moves through you. The crab from that morning, the rock that made a good hiding place, blue water overhead all day long. That's happening right now. There's an octopus dreaming down there in the water, and you're up here, dreaming in the dark. The ocean is settling. Above the den, the water barely moves. The octopus's 8 arms draw in close. Its 3 hearts, slowing for the night. Colors drifting across sleeping skin like weather. And just before you drift off to dream, I want you to know something about you. Your mind is a wonderful thing, so full of curiosity. And I like your mind just the way it wonders. I'll be back again soon to wonder more with you.